Hi everyone, it's Bella, and today I would like to speak to you about Saturn in Aries in 2025, which really is a new reality. It's a completely new way of looking at life than before. Now, Saturn shifts from the feminine, mutable, and introspective waters of Pisces into the bold, masculine, and action-oriented fire of Aries. And this transition moves us from a passive, collective approach to a more assertive, self-focused, and immediate stance, a do-it-now energy. Saturn will briefly enter Aries from May 24th, 25th to September 1st of 2025, giving us a glimpse of themes that will come into full effect when Saturn returns to Aries from February 13th, 2026 through April 12th of 2028. And this preview period in 2025 will offer insights into the developments we can expect to unfold more fully from 2026 to 2028, which will be extremely pivotal years collectively. Now, during Saturn's transit in Aries, we may experience slow but steady progress around themes of order, authority, and personal versus collective rights. Issues around control, boundaries, individual freedom, freedom of speech, self-defense, and national borders will likely surface. This period could bring shifts towards strong, balanced leadership, individual independence, and solid personal goals. There may be a focus on practical skills, self-employment, and sustainable living, such as growing one's own food and renewed emphasis on manual labor and skilled trades in response to the rapid pace of AI advancements. Now, expect potential shifts in governmental power and regulations on weapons, borders, and individual freedoms. Topics like water management, media, internet regulations, authentication, and ideologies may come under stricter control, especially with Neptune in Aries dissolving boundaries and questioning established systems. Looking back to Saturn's previous transits in Aries, themes of identity, independence, courage, and leadership were prominent. Saturn's presence in Aries then encouraged self-discipline, personal goal setting, and the assertion of individuality within societal frameworks. Reflecting on events from that period, both globally and personally, can provide insight into the themes likely to arise again in the upcoming transit. Saturn's cycle is approximately 29 and a half years, so it returns to Aries roughly every 3 decades, reflecting themes of leadership, individuality, and re-evaluation of structures that support personal identity. Across the periods when Saturn was in Aries, we often see historical themes related to identity, leadership, individual rights, and redefined boundaries. Each transit brought pivotal changes in politics, social structures, and self-governance, reflecting Saturn's serious reconstructing influence when combined with Aries' pioneering energy. Here are some recurring themes: revolutions, rebellions, and redefined leadership, such as 1791 to 1794, we had the French Revolution, which called for liberty and individual rights, reshaping France and influencing Europe. 1849 to 1852, European revolutions sought national unity and freedom. In the US, debates on slavery intensified. 1937 to 1940, the rise of authoritarian powers leading to World War II. Power shifts in Germany, Italy, and Japan redefined international alliances. 1996 to 1999, the emergence of new global alliances post-Cold War, NATO expansion, and democratic reforms worldwide, including the Good Friday Agreement in Ireland. Civil rights and social change. 1762 to 1765, colonies in North America resisted British control, leading to tensions that sparked the American Revolution. 1878 to 1881, the Reconstruction in the U.S. ended, leading to major changes in civil rights for freed slaves and growing momentum for social reform. 1967 to 1969, civil rights movement peaked in the US and globally, with protests for racial, gender, and social justice. 1996 to 1999, the LGBTQ plus rights gained visibility, and discussions on gender equality, disability rights, and freedom of speech increased globally. Technological and economic shifts. 1820 to 1823, the early stages of the Industrial Revolution, advancements in machinery, changed labor and economic structures. 1909 to 1911, rapid industrialization with Henry Ford's assembly line transforming mass production and the global economy. 1937 to 1940, key innovations in military technology pre-World War II, including early work on radar and advanced vehicles. 1967 to 1969, space race and technological advancements, culminating in the Apollo missions and a shift toward digital technology. 1996 to 1999, the Internet began reshaping global communication and commerce, and the dot-com boom emerged. And 4. Conflicts and war. 1791 to 1794, the French Revolution's reign of terror marked a period of intense ideological conflict. 1937 to 1940, prelude to World War II, as Germany, Italy, and Japan pursued aggressive expansionist policies. 1996 to 1999, conflicts in the Middle East, Yugoslav wars, and other regions underlined global instability and the redefinition of national borders. And 5. Health and public welfare. 1820 to 1823, cholera outbreaks spread across Asia and Europe, leading to public health reforms. 1908 to 1911, increased awareness of occupational hazards and the first workers' rights protections. 1937 to 1940, public health initiatives rose, especially in war-affected areas. The social welfare state began to take root. 1967 to 1969, growth of environmental and public health movements, leading to initial conservation efforts and pollution control. 1996 to 1999, awareness around global health, including the rise of AIDS awareness and early actions around climate change. These periods frequently combined Saturn's disciplined, enduring energy with Aries' drive for independence and reform. leading to new approaches in governance, rights, and self-determination, often amid conflicts that redefined societal boundaries and sparked social change. From a more health perspective, possibilities of topics regarding physical limitations and health concerns, serious diseases, regulation regarding this, mental health, panic attacks, depression, demonic possession, anger issues, anger suppression or need for control, frustration and self-hate, eating disorders, starvation, self-starvation, hormonal and mental health issues, hormone imbalances, mental illness, testosterone levels, sex drive, sperm count, nutritional deficiencies such as anemia, health obsessions, dehydration, metabolic and digestive issues, slow metabolism, constipation, sweat block, slowed lymphatic drainage, toxic exposures like that can deal with also insomnia, lead poisoning, blood cell changes, sepsis, carbon monoxide poisoning, gastrointestinal problems, leaky gut and valves, substance abuse, secret addictions, drug overdoses, alcohol poisoning, suicides, addictions that can escalate to a critical point, eye and ear issues, dry eyes, hypopituitarism, blockages to the eye or teeth nerves, hearing issues and pressures or blockages on the auditory nerves, cardiovascular problems, high blood pressure, heart restriction, and heart attack. It is traditionally inadvisable to perform surgery on areas of the head, brain, eyes, or heart unless urgent and deemed necessary by a responsible physician. It's also inadvisable to undergo chemotherapy or surgery during a transit of Saturn over Neptune, which will occur on February 20th of 2026. And this transit bridges reality with spirituality, crossing the veil between worlds. Reference Judith Hill for the placements of these indicators, and is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Always consult your licensed medical practitioner for advice and contraindications. Health and wellness tip. This transit is potentially great for dieting, cutting back on bad habits, and setting up a disciplined health and exercise plan. It's an excellent time for cutting addictions and taking better care of oneself. Recommended herbs to experiment with for natural support. Again, this is not medical advice, but for natural support, I would definitely recommend doing regular sweat clinics, such as saunaing, or making sure that you are sweating enough, that you are exercising enough, and that you do regular detoxes, cleanses, and that you are remineralizing as well, and making sure you're keeping an eye on the acid alkaline balance, as this is the Aries Libra axis, as well as your hormone balance, which also can deal with herbs such as maca root is wonderful for hormone balancing. And I can also recommend intermittent fasting and eating a lot of fermented foods for good gut health, to help with the acid alkaline balance that deals also with this axis. But again, this is not medical advice. Please do consult your licensed medical practitioner. May the sun shine bright on you this day. May there be blessings coming your way. Until next time.